Baldwin, and I answer them here for you on the air or now on YouTube. Today's question has to do with a Bible passage that was brought up at our Tuesday morning knitting group. And if you're looking for a great Bible study and you're free Tuesday mornings, and if you like to knit, or even if you don't like to knit but like to learn, our Tuesday morning knitting group is a great place to go. But the passage came from the 7th chapter of Matthew, verse 7, at the very beginning when it says, "Ask and it will be given to you." And the person raised the question, I've asked for things and they weren't given to me. Does this mean that Jesus was wrong? To which I have to respond and say, this is the peril of taking Bible passages and just taking a small snippet of them and just looking at that snippet instead of looking at the rest of what Jesus is talking about. Because if you look at that where it just says, ask and it will be given to you, it does seem to suggest that Jesus is saying that God grants wishes. If I wish for a new car, I'll get a new car. If I wish for a better job, I'll get a better job. I just need to do is ask for it, and it will be given to me. Like God is some sort of genie that comes out of a lamp and grants wishes. But if you look at the entire passage, and I have it right here, let's see what Jesus goes on to say. Ask, and it will be given to you. Search, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be open for you. For everyone who asks receives, and everyone who searches finds, and everyone who knocks, the door will be opened. Is there anyone among you, if your child asks for bread, will be given a stone? Or if a child asks for a fish, will be given a snake? If you then, who are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good things to those who ask him? That passage isn't necessarily about granting wishes. After all, what does seeking and finding and knocking and having the door open have to do with a new car or a better job? These are things that are about connecting with God and finding God and having a relationship with God and receiving good things from that relationship with God. That's what right before the passage it says, do not give what is holy to dogs, and not throw your pearls before swine. We're talking about the holiness that exists between ourselves and God and in that very special relationship between the two of us. And that is what, if we ask for, we will receive. That is what, if we seek, we will find. That is what, if we feel like there is something that has come between us and God, like a door. If we just ask for that door to be taken away, it will be taken away. And that relationship will not be one that will be cruel or hard or sad, but will in fact be a good thing. And the things that we need, bread and fish, not literally but on a spiritual level, our fundamental spiritual needs, will be met with things that are wonderful and good. Because, as they say, if we would give to our own children good things, how much more will God, who is infinitely have a stronger sense of good than we do, will give to us? I think that there's a point in everyone's life when we realize that God isn't a genie, that our prayers will not be answered in the way that we think that they ought to be answered, and that part of that awareness is a part of the life of faith and growing in that life of faith. And as I would say again, this illustrates for us that when we read this Bible, we need to read all of it. We need to read the passage in its entirety, lest we get deceived by our own desires, our own ways in which we wish that God would behave, instead of the way that God does behave, which is in some ways more than we can ask or imagine. Thanks for a great question. You can send your question to me, Father Rob Baldwin, care of St. James Episcopal Church, 200 West High Street, Piqua, Ohio, 45356, or you can email them to us at stjamespiqua, that's stjamespiqua @yahoo.com. And who knows, maybe your question will be one that I answer here on the air, or you can now find all of your favorite episodes of Ask Father Rob on YouTube. Just type in Ask Father Rob in your search engine. Thanks again for your question, and I look forward to seeing you next week.